Hi Taurus. Hello my darling, how are you? How's it going? I'm Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and as always my darlings, you are very welcome here to your bi-weekly reading of July the 17th to July the 30th 2017. Remember, if this doesn't resonate with you, it's totally fine. Check out your moon and your rising sign videos as well. And if you're not sure what that is, check the link below that I always provide so you can calculate it yourself. It takes 2 minutes, okay? So Taurus, how have you been getting on? Are you alright? You enjoying summer? A lot of you are quite busy at the moment, aren't you? Very busy, and stuff is changing for a lot of you. I even know that from my own Taurus friends in my own life. There's a lot of movement going on for you, so... But I feel it's good though. Don't feel like it's negative at all. Not at all, not at all. So Taurus, working away, huh? Yes, you are. So Taurus, you know, I kind of get, I don't know about you, right? But I get bored of the same readings. Yeah. I mean, the bi-weeklies are good. They're very informative. People, you guys like them, which is great. But I don't know. I just kind of want to get back to a little bit of simplicity. Hence as well why I pulled out my traditional Rider-Waite deck. That's actually the Radiant one, which look, it's gorgeous. Look, everything's so much more vivid. It's beautiful. And I just thought, you know, let's get back to basics with the person. Let's not complicate it even with love. Oh my God. She says as the Hierophant comes out. And I want to get back to you. I want to get back to the individual because that's really important to me. And I feel that it's important to you too, right? And your journey and where you're going. And because we're not who we were yesterday, it's important to every now and again check in with ourselves. And I think July is a good month to do that, especially the end of July. We're coming into August, you know, things are starting to wind down a little bit more. And, you know, it's not as warm. Not as much excitement or buzz going around. So there's this spread that I've used before. I quite like it. It's a nice one. You may know it. It's called Who Am I Now and Where Am I Going? Right? So let's check in. Let's check in with ourselves with this one, right? Now love may very well come true. It has done for a few other signs. But let's see about you. Let's concentrate on you, yeah? This is a 7-card spread. And I will go through all the positions for you as well, alright? We'll talk through it. And if we need to clarify, we will. And if you haven't done it already, you know what I always say. Cup of tea, cup of coffee, sandwich, something stronger, whatever you like. Get that, put the video on pause, and then come back to me, alright? And if you've done that, welcome back. Alright guys, so let's have a look at what's going on for you within these 2 weeks, right? So it's the Who Am I Now and Where I'm Going. So it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th positions. Traditionally, I normally just flip all the cards over because I quite like to see them all together and see what's going on and get an overall feel. But in this particular case, I like to go one by one. Like, you know, unveiling, having the unveil. And also though, 5, 6 and 7, I love the 3 of them coming out together, so I'll do that with you too. Right, let's get cracking, shall we? So the first position here is at the very center of the reading. This is who you are now, right? Who are you now? Okay, so I said you guys were working away, didn't I? And you are. Look, you have 3 pentacles here at the very center of this reading. So it's nice that this is here also because it's your pentacle energy. It's like you, it's Virgo, and it's Capricorn. And what's really lovely about this card is that you don't feel like you're at the beginning again. You don't feel like you're at the start of the race of life even. It's about you trying to create and carve out a life for yourself. And it could be career, because remember it's pentacles we're looking at here. It could be financially as well. Maybe you're just trying to be a bit more financially astute, and maybe it's a case that you want to generate a bit more finances for yourself, and something that you go, right, I can make a little bit extra more money here, I'm going to do that, and that's grand, I'll save that money for this. You know, you're just kind of want to have your head on your shoulders a little bit more. Now Taurus, I know you do, this is the thing, I know you do, but I also know you like the nice things in life, and who doesn't like the nice things in life? But this is about creating a structure, right? But you're doing it yourself, and it's about tipping away, as I said, tipping away at things. It's a 3, it's not at the very beginning, you're getting there though, you are getting there. That's the thing that you have to remember. At times it may feel like it's just you that's doing it, that you feel like you've no support. You feel like, how is everyone else getting by and I'm just still here? Well, the thing is, like, there are people around you that will support you and that do support you, so it's good to remember that. But also remember that you will have people that will question what you're doing. And I feel like some of you are already saying, yes, exactly, I do have that. People going, well, why would you want to leave here when, you could have this, and you know, it's very much of the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. And it can be true in many cases, but at the same time, it's no fun, and we're always changing. And some people are very content staying in the same place forever, and that's fine. Others, though, need to feel some sort of movement to feel like life is progressing. And that's what you're doing. I feel like that's what you want. You want to progress a little bit more. And so you will have people around you that will question your decision making. Do be aware of this, Taurus. But at the same time, look, because you're looking over your shoulder going, I'm sorry, what? Because they've actually interrupted you carving out your future. You say, I'm sorry, what? What do you want? And they're like, why have you decided to do this? And it could be higher powers that be as well. If some of you are giving in your resignation to your current boss, it's a case that they're like, why would you leave now? Look at this, look at what we have for you. And it's because, you know what, Taurus, you're just ready. That's it. That's it. You're just ready. You're ready to go. You're ready to do your own thing. You're ready to listen to the beat of your own drum and dance to it as well. That's the thing. So look, this is good. Don't. If it feels good to you, if it feels right, then you do it. People will question you, but people normally question things like that when it's more of a case, it's more of a reflection on them rather than you and your decision making. It's more of a case that they're like, how could they just leave here? I mean, I couldn't leave. That's what it really is. They're just projecting onto you. So just be aware of that energy when you have people around you kind of questioning what you're doing. All right, just a little bit. Now, this is your second position here. This is what you don't know about yourself. What do you not know about yourself, Taurus? Let's see. Okay. Pentacles again. It's you again. So you may very well know this. This is your element. You may know this. Two of Pentacles is about the balancing act, trying to juggle it all together, trying to find a vibe, trying to find a rhythm that works well for you in different areas of your life. And as I always say, it can be domestic life, it can be finances, it can be relationships, it could be friendships, it could be relationships and finances as well. And at times it can be you trying to just balance yourself out here, because where you're going now, I get it doesn't feel as solid as you would like. You're happy to be making the decisions that you're making, which is great because it feels good. But at the same time, it feels a little bit out of sorts for you. You want to feel a bit more grounded, and you want to know that you're going to be taken care of, or that you can take care of yourself. And that's what this is doing. This is you trying to find the rhythm. And you see in the background here, you've got the sea and how it like whoop, up and down, up and down. You have the boats here, and God love this boat. This boat is just going to plummet down here. And it's turbulent at times, right? Because you just don't know what way sometimes life is going to go. And it's you trying to balance it out. This is what you don't know about yourself. So what I'll say to you is, Taurus, that sometimes when we struggle to balance things out by ourselves, it's good to kind of just let go of this a little bit more in order for these things to find their own balance of rhythm. Because sometimes we think it's up to us, but other times the universe is like, hey, if you're having trouble with this, will you just let me know and I'll take care of it, and I'll start to move things around for you. And it may not be in the way that you originally perceive it to be in, but that's okay because you're covered. Like you really do. I kind of feel like I have to say something to you, like, you're all right, like, this is going to be all okay. And where you're going and what you're doing, you're going to be okay. Also, like, you guys have a really good balancing thing going on here. So some of you may feel like it's a little bit out of control, but no, you're doing well. But if you find that it's just, for those of you that are doing well, and feel like it's going and moving and it's fine, that's great. For those of you that are struggling, push back a bit push your energy off it a little bit and allow the universe to come in and kind of take care of that for you. Or at least to give you a helping hand with finding that out, okay? Yeah? Now your third position is this card up here. So this is what you need to relinquish. Get rid of. Get rid of it. What do you want? What you don't want? What you don't need, okay? Oh, the Star card. All right. Now, this is quite a gorgeous card, actually. And this is governed by Aquarius. And this is a major arcana. So with this card, it's all about wishes and wishes coming true for you. Now, you're probably going, well, hey, why do I have to relinquish that? I don't think you do, though. I don't think you do at all. I think this is more so telling you that the wishes that you want and the things that you aspire to are coming to you, but to not get too caught up in those ideas and almost like this dreamy like atmosphere that's involved in it. Remember, you've got Aquarius here, which is an air sign, but also has elements of water within it as well, hence the naked lady and the pouring of this water as well. So you just got to say to yourself, well, look, I have dreams and aspirations and all that, and as I said to you, they may not come in the form that you think they're going to come in. I get a very much a Four of Cups energy off this one in particular. I felt it a bit here, and then as she's here, I feel it a little bit more. you know, sometimes things don't come up in the way we want them to. And that's okay. But just don't get so, what I feel like it's like there's this huge reach for the stars thing, and it's like you could forever be reaching or trying to go for those ideals that we see in our heads, which is fine, because a lot of people actually, somehow there are people out there that can harness that energy, never let go of the dream, and they achieve it and they just blow it out of the water. But for a lot of us, I think it's about knowing that your dreams and your wishes come true in different ways. And more importantly, they manifest in different ways. So sometimes not what we want, it's what we need. And the universe will always give us what we need, not what we want. So yeah, I guess that kind of sounds a bit sucky, right, Taurus? I'm sorry to say that. I'm not saying give up on your dreams or your wishes. It's just really, it's saying look at your dreams and your wishes. Look at what you can actually achieve. Do those things first before you really aspire to go further on. Because you have the ability to build and create, and that's what you're doing. So make those smaller achievements as well first. And then what you feel is progression. And then you feel stronger and you learn more. And then you can go for the higher, the top. Yeah? Now your fourth position here, this is what you need to develop. A little bit of love. Oh, I don't know, is this so true? I don't think so. You need to develop Page of Cups. Well, this can come out in different ways, right? So Page of Cups here. What is cups? It's water energy, as I said. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. And it's a beautiful energy that comes in and reminds us that we have emotions. Reminds us that we are emotional beings, and that at times we have to take care of our own emotional well-being before we can give it to anyone else. Now the Page is the student of the deck, and he's got this beautiful gift of love and emotion in every sense. And he's like, yeah, I want to give it to someone. But he's just not quite sure how to do it. The thing is with pages, they're very much in this learning state, and sometimes they can make mistakes. If you want to call them mistakes, we'll call them life lessons. Other people might call them mistakes. They do, you know, because they're trying to experiment with their suit. They know they have this gift, they know they have this power, but they're like, well, how the frig am I going to use this? I don't really, you know, and he's like, how can I use you? And there's a fish trying to talk to him, and he's like, I have no idea what you're saying, fish, but I know I have all this emotion, you know. I have all this emotion. And so this is what you need to develop, is kind of, I think for a lot of you, it's kind of giving yourselves a little bit more love, because you're working quite hard, and I feel like some of you may be quite hard on yourself, but in actual fact you're just going to take stock and say, look, I'm getting somewhere here. It mightn't feel as where you really want to be. It may not feel as the total end game here, but know that you got to give yourself some respect, some love here, and your self-worth is very important. And to say, look, alright, so it is going at a slower pace than I anticipated. I'm not quite there yet, but I will get there. And show yourself some love and say, look, I'm doing quite well. I'm doing alright here. And for some of you as well, once you do that, I think this will even just free you up in love. I don't feel love here, to be honest. I think you guys have your head down just working away. But if there is a love interest that you have, or that you have your eye on someone, know that once you kind of give love, just to remind yourself a little bit more of love, pull out the rose quartz. I would advise anyone to buy, do not rob, buy a chunk of rose quartz like this. I think it's like €2.50 in Ireland, right? So wherever you are, it could be even cheaper, it could be a little bit more expensive, but look at this, it's so small, and this can generate your vibrations in the love area, and you bring it with you and you put it in your bag, or you put it in your purse, or you hold it on your being. Some people say if you can hold it, put it in your shirt pocket, or even in your bra, you know, because it's near your heart, that's what you do. And you can do that, but I feel like you just need to kind of give this a bit more to yourself here, and give yourself a little bit more of a pat on the back. I think it's important that you do that, and then in turn you're like, okay, I'm learning a bit more about this, and if someone were to come along, or if somebody is there, you can give the cup. But I just feel like this is you. I feel like this is you going, oh my God, what the hell, all these emotions, I don't really want to process these emotions. But you're holding the cup, you're aware of it, you know what I mean? You're aware. That's what you need to develop. And so that's not terrible at all. It's not terrible. Now, 5, 6 and 7 we have down here. So let's just flip these. Go. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this. Take my drink of water. Interesting, right. So you've got another major arcana here, and you've got an ace. Brilliant. Brilliant. Bit of self-love is doing you good, right? So you've 5, 6 and 7, so this is the 5th position, and it's what you'd love to become. Now, darlings. The devil. Yeah, do you know, I don't think you want to become the devil. I don't think so at all. Sometimes in these positions, when they're so structured, it's a case that they pull out cards, or the cards come out and say things that just do not correspond with the position at all. So it's like, why would this be here? Why would you love to become this? Well, the devil is a major arcana, as I said, and it's governed by Capricorn, which is your brother and sister sign, who I just did a reading for, actually. And this is a very toxic energy. It deals with possession, obsession, substance abuse, alcoholism, drug addiction. It can also be two people addicted to one another, even though they're in a very toxic relationship, and just not being good for one another. You see here that they're both shackled by the neck, right? But their hands are free. And look, this, you see that? It's locked there. But they could easily just open this up, let go of the chains and walk away. It's also about being addicted to how you do things, right? When you do things, you're looking for a certain outcome. It doesn't happen. You do it again looking for another outcome. You're like, where? Okay, let me just try it again. And it's almost like you're just doing the same thing in the hopes of getting another answer, but it's not going to happen. You drive yourself insane with this energy. I think this is more of a red flag for you. It's not what you'd love to become. I think it's more so what you'd love to learn from and get rid of. I think this is about you learning that how you did things prior, your processes prior, didn't actually work out for you. And I think this is more of a time of acknowledgement of that. Toxic relationships or friendships or anything that you've been involved in have not served you any good. I think it's more of a case of what you'd love now is to just open up this shackle and just walk away. Shall we do a bit of clarifying? Do you want a bit of clarifying? Bit of clarifying for Taurus. How many do you want? 2, 2, 2. Okay. I feel 3. Okay. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay. So Taurus, have you been doing this running back and forth thing for the last while? And running back and forth between things that give you emotional fulfillment and that give you also financial fulfillment and self-satisfaction. And you're kind of torn between the obligations and the dreams. Now, it's not to say that you don't have offers. You do. You've offers. You also have offers in love, actually, as well. And it could be with a Virgo, or it could be with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or it could be with a Sagittarius or another Taurus. But I get why you were stuck in this Capricorn energy. It's because there was too much confusion around what was being given to you, but also more importantly, what people were showing you. As I said, this can be love or it can be opportunities. Because we've got a lot of cups here, and we've got the devil card connected there. So very well, I can speak today, may very well be a love issue. And maybe some of you just want to come out of that, or just kind of discard that energy because it's just lingering on, it's holding on to you, and you feel like you can't move forward without that holding on. Hold on to your coattails a little bit. So when I said you'd love to actually get rid of this energy, I think it's because it was too confusing for you. And also what you wanted out of it, it wasn't coming, it wasn't manufacturing. You couldn't actually see results with this. And I feel like you were told different things and people were saying different things to you, and it just completely confused you, and you had to take a step back, and so much so that you had to go inwards with the Hermit card, who is a major arcana. And you need to seek out the answers within yourself. I feel like as well, this is about who you can trust and who you can't trust. So for many of you, this might be a case that what you'd love to get rid of or what you'd love to become is someone who can decipher effectively red flags and those people that you can and can't trust. Because I feel like there's a lot of jibber jabber around you. I feel like there's a lot of false promises and false offers as well. That's what I hear. And you just had to kind of take a step back and be like, well, Jesus, what is real and what's not? Show me what's tangible. Show me what's good. That's more so the case with this Devil card. I just feel it all over these. Now, Seven of Cups is about confusion and it is about lifting the veil of uncertainty and kind of seeing things for how they are. Which I love the fact that it's paired with the Hermit card, because he is the one to do that. He sees things how they are, but more so on the inside. And he brings his shining light with him to seek those answers. But there may have been people attached to you, Taurus. They were not there for your greatest good. They were there for themselves. And only themselves. But I believe now that you've acquired this skill to see things for how they are. And more importantly as well, you've kind of honed in a little bit more on your intuition. You're kind of not holding back on that. And you're saying, well, no, I've learned from the past that there were red flags that I ignored and now I'm not going to ignore them. Which is great. Now your 6th card here, this is your current quest. Alright, so this is lovely. So this is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Look at this card. Look at this card. Look at this. Isn't that just stunning? I hope you can see that alright. I know they're quite small cards. If I get any closer, you'll be out of focus. So I have you focus here. But just look at this now. This is a really gorgeous card for many reasons. It represents many different things. But what I like is the fact is that it's after the Devil card. Which means that there's a serious amount of healing that's come from this. You coming out of this has allowed you to heal now in the pure waters of this Ace of Cups. It's so stunning. The Ace of Cups is the suit's deck, or the, well, I don't know where my words are today, I'm so sorry. The suit's energy in its purest form. And yes, we can say that it can be that Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces energy, and that like it puts something that you can really see and you can really feel. That emotional, overwhelming sensation that sometimes you get, where you're just so unbelievably happy you could cry, or so unbelievably sad you could cry. And almost like as well, so unbelievably angry that you could cry. Well, let's eradicate some of the tears, right? Sometimes it's just utter happiness. But it doesn't just show, it comes out and up and over you. And people see this beautiful emotional energy. They see it in your eyes, they see it in your demeanour. And when we've been quite hurt by things, especially this, who you can and who you cannot trust, to have these healing waters wash over you straight after the Devil card is the best place for this, in my opinion. And regardless of what has happened with these people or with this person, because as I said, it could be love or it could be career. The fact that this Ace of Cups has come in to completely help you with that. And not a person. It's more of a feeling. It's almost like a rescuing hand. And it's a divine hand as well. This isn't just someone coming in to listen to you and listen to, give you some advice. This is pure. This is extremely pure. And in many ways it allows you to have a new beginning in your emotional well-being, which is what we talked about up here. And your last card, but by no means least, is where it will lead you. Right, so this is good. You've got the King of Swords here. We've got Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, all right? And what's really cool about Kings is that they are so driven. They're so driven, but it's very obvious to everyone as well. They are extremely action oriented. Now the Queens are too. You just don't see it physically manifest as much as you do in the Kings. So this King didn't just get here by chance. Same as the Queen of Swords. They didn't just get there by chance. They weren't just given the gifts. They had to work hard for it. They really had to go through some quite shitty life events in order to gain this sword. And what is this sword? This sword is about speaking your truth. This sword is about delivering your truth, communicating effectively with others, knowing that the tongue is like the sword, and that if you wanted to, if you needed to, you can cut someone down with this. This isn't a physical sign. It's not like the it's not like the fire signs. It's not like even some of the earth signs. This is something that's been acquired over time, because life just kind of dealt them a little bit of a hard hand. But what they know now in wisdom and in intellect and in being logical and being rational is they're great, like those are the best things that they could have wished for. At the time, Taurus, prior to coming into this, where you're going, because this is where it will lead you, right? You didn't know that this was coming. You didn't know this is what you needed, because it was all just it was all a bit heavy. I feel like some of you are just kind of coming out of the dark into the light now, at the end of the tunnel, and you're finally starting to see the light on things. And that you didn't really realise that this is where you needed to go. Because maybe you're too caught up on how things should have been and what you should have had before. There's a certain amount of diplomacy as well with the King of Swords. He knows how to say things. And he's charming as hell. Oh my god, is he charming. Oh, he's so charming. Charmed the pants off the Queen of Swords. But he knows when to use his sword. He's very observant. He may not always say things, but he observes. And he watches. And then he says something, if he wishes to. Well, people are aware of the sword that he has. So some people will try and push him just to get a reaction. Others, though, won't even realise that they've said something that's inappropriate, and the King of Swords will then decide whether or not, no, you kind of want to take care of it. So this is where you're being led into this energy of the King of Swords. And in many ways feeling like you're owning your own path now. I know you felt like you were creating it before. Excuse me, and you are. But now you feel like you can see it a bit more now. You can feel it a bit more. And there's greater ownership now, because you've put in the work and you see all the things that you've done to get to this point. And as I said to you before about people saying, oh, why are you going to do this? Why would you do this? It's so good here. Same with even relationships. Why would you leave them? They treat you so well. They buy you all these things. And you're like, well, that's bloody great, but I don't need to be bought. No. I can buy my own things. I have the Three of Pentacles. And plus, that doesn't show me that someone cares for me just by buying me stuff. It's superficial. It's surface level. It doesn't mean anything. And then when those people ask you again, if they ever do, you're ready with what you need to say. Because I feel like this throws you off. No, it doesn't completely throw you off, because look, you've still got your tools here. You're still working away, but it stops you momentarily, and it makes you question yourself a little bit. But now here, when those people say stuff to you again, you know what to say, and you're ready. A very calm, cool energy to go into, Taurus. I really do think so. And then it went quiet, and then the cards go quiet. Just be really careful about this, yeah? This devil energy can be so easy to get sucked back in. I think you've got your head on your shoulders now, more than ever. So I think you're like, I'm not going to do that again. I know the red flags, and I'm not going to be part of that again. And also, I'm not going to be roped into doing every single hour and work over the sun, and under the sun because I'm the go-to person, you know? Yeah, good. I'm glad. Alright, Taurus, this has been your bi-weekly reading for July the 17th, July the 30th, 2017. Slightly different, the who am I now and where I'm going spread. I hope you like it. If you dig what I do, please like and leave a comment, and, you know, share your stories too, because we're family here. We're a Tuatha, we are a tribe, and we take care of each other here. Also, remember, if you need guidance in your general life or love life, or maybe both, I'm your gal. My email address is below. I cannot speak, I'm so sorry. My email address is below. If you want to contact me, I'll email you back directly with my price list and my services as well, alright? Taurus, have a beautiful last 2 weeks in July, alright? You're really going places. Just don't doubt yourself. You need to not doubt yourself, even if others do. Fuck them, right? Just fuck them. Okay, darlings, have a beautiful 2 weeks. Many blessings to you, and I will see you in the following 2 weeks. You take care. Bye-bye.